All right, we can do some updates on some of the updates I've done on the Bronco. It's been a while, and I've actually done a few, so I'll recap on some of the ones I've already have and some of the new ones. All right, so it's a 22 Bronco Wildtrak, cyber orange, and I've shown you some of the stuff I put in. I put the retracting side steps in, and that's been in there for almost a year now. More of the recent ones have been I put a new radio in, and this is the Ghost antenna for the radio mount. And I'm sure actually when's the last time I put it in here, but I do have the LED lights and shackles. I do have a light bar that is usually doubles as a flag holder, and I had this for the Memorial Day, which is wired into the engine. And you can see the retractable side steps. I like the retractable because, especially if get into deep snow, it's not the side steps it comes with aren't impacting it in any way. So it usually makes it easier for that. The one thing, there's two things actually I haven't put in yet. I haven't done the mud flaps, so I've had the mud flaps for almost a year. I think that's probably the next thing I'm going to put in. And you see here, put in. And the next other thing I might put in too is I've had this tire cover now since I got it, and I've been debating whether to put in the brake light that's behind the tire rim, and it's I've had that too, and so I like the tire cover, but I think it's a little time for a change, and put the brake light in there and kind of show off the tire too. And so this is kind of some of the stickers I have. So the Beach Buggy Association, I've been shark diving. I actually put my original Wildtrak sticker in the back here. I don't know if you've seen some of the videos. You can just heat it up with a gun and slowly take it off. And I've been taking this on the beach. So this year I got my beach permit sticker, for the Cape in Massachusetts. So I got that this year. So I had the initial, we call it the badging, and it's actually started to fade already a little bit. It was the more orange, but now it's kind of beiged out a little bit. But I still like the style of it. I do have the Sunrider top on there, which I had installed. I actually had the factory guy come install it, and I watched him because I wanted it done correct the first time. So some of the stickers I have there. All right, so a couple on the inside here. Sorry, it's a little sandy, and haven't totally thoroughly cleaned it yet. But this is the interior. We'll say dust here. I'll show you. This is actually where I put my radio, my Midland 575 series, and that was probably one of the hardest installs I've actually done. I did get this LED mount, lighted mount. I will turn it on in a few minutes and kind of see what it looks like. This was relatively easy to do, and it actually provided, since it's a carbon fiber and it's like solid, it did provide a good mount for the holder. I guess people were having trouble with this sticking on the surface, having say the pressure pull it back. So this is a good mount for that. It's good, height there for that. I did put the carbon fiber on the console. Did kind of get the color matching knobs in the print there. I did get the side door basket. Definitely helps with putting sodas and stuff inside there. And but yeah, the mount for the radio was pretty tough. You know, if you look at all the MX or 575s, whatever the mounts you got, you know, I got the MTM mounts to metal installation kit, and it has the rack in it. And you have to take this completely out and kind of stuff it in underneath. And like I said, I followed the video and everything. I tried to get it the same, but depending on, you know, your model or whatever like that, whatever you had, I did have the hardest time trying to get it perfectly underneath there. And you know, and I plan to mount this, which is, you know, for the microphone. I want to mount that somewhere, maybe around here, there. I still haven't, you know, finished completely. I just kind of stuff it in there for now, but that will go up sometime. I do have the dash cam. There's no real, I don't know, way to, I mean, I guess you could link in the power somehow, but I just don't want to mess with, you know, wiring and stuff, so I just ran it down and into the console there, right through the back there. And I haven't, you know, run the back camera, this one that has a back camera, but, you know, I definitely like this one. But like I said, I haven't done the back camera, and like I said, I'll turn it on, you know, show you what's the wiring underneath the hood too. So this little startup, and it starts right up. It's actually linked into the fuse box so that this LED light bar kind of does a cycle to the colors, and then you can actually pick the color you want. Purple, red, green, blue, pinkish, and orange, which I usually try to keep it on here. One of the other installations I did try the we call it the LED tape that goes underneath, and it was a pretty rough install. Actually, I took it out. It did run underneath here. I took it out to put this, you know, in, but I still have the upper part of it, which I'll show you. So if you kind of see it's actually red right now. It's kind of light, so it's really hard to see it, but it's orange. Like, I try to stuff it in there as best as they tell you to, but after a while, especially during the summer, it expands. It doesn't stay in there too well, so you know, at some point I'll probably take that out, but this actually was much better. So the solid piece is built into the piece itself, so I don't really think that'll have any issues. Back to orange. And you see the radio there. The radio's set up. The radio goes right to the battery, so it's powered. And it is a 50-watt GMRS. There's a scan there. Turn it off. One of the things I did get was also I got the plaque especially for the Wildtrak with my VIN number on there. Got that special ordered. I did get the rack here, which has been nice to me. Sometimes I put the camera on there. I usually run GoPro on there. You can run a phone, you know, another camera, anything you want on there. And this one does have the Lux, so it does have like nice power. We're up there too. I could run, well, I have to shorten the wire from the camera, but I usually run, like, if I can, you know, accessory to the phone. This did come with the phone charger, but I did notice that I don't have an S25 Android now. It does, like, if you're running for like over an hour and a half, it does get hot and sometimes can shut down, and especially if you're running Android Auto, it'll log you out. And so if you're using directions and you're stuck someplace and you're not sure where you're going and it cuts out, you know, that could mess you up a little bit. So you might want to be wary of that. You might want to said like after an hour or something like that, take it off, let it cool. It overheats. I'm gonna pop the hood now. I'm gonna turn off the. One thing I did run the LED lighting system like on the battery, so I make sure I shut that off. This part though, this part is actually on the switch, so it'll turn off when the car does turn off. And I did get the Wildtrak, the the handlebars, which say loved so far. The 4-pack, and the top is super easy. Actually, you can open it with one hand. I'll show you that maybe if you guys want. Just let me know in the comments. I'll show you how to do that with like one hand. And the installation's very easy. You don't have to change any of the hardware up top. The only thing you need to do is change a little bit of the hardware back here, which is said just a couple of clips and you're good to go. All right, so I'll go into the hood now. Oh, and just a recap too. Also, I did get the lit Bronco lettering. See the backlight there. Definitely need a new Bronco Nation badge that faded out. And I did get the wind thing here. One thing I did learn, that if you guys get this, if you opt for it, if it does come like this, you can. I've heard that people sometimes after a while this will actually come out. So what I did is I actually drilled a couple of small holes, and if you can see it here, I actually put some plastic clip to make sure this stays in for good. So like right there, and there, I put clips in just to make sure. I said it won't come out after even hopefully years of use. Okay. All right. And we're looking a little dusty, but all right. So I did. I told you I got the Ghost Mount antenna. I put it on here. For now, I've thought of other options, but this runs underneath through here, around the back, and through the grommet there. Same thing with the light bar. The light bar, I gotta find a little tape there to kind of make it easier, but same thing. This one runs down. The light's up there too. This is the battery. Actually, I had changed the battery because actually I let it die once, and I think after that I had a couple of issues, so I just said, you know what, there's a new battery and not left to cycle it. So but I did run the lip bar there, ran it down through there. I did get the oil catch can there, and I did get the K&N filter there. So said some of the old stuff in said lit in there. Okay. And actually, I'll show you one last thing. Is the light bar, which I have on my switch here. So this is multicolor also. This is runs off, but I have it set to orange to match the car. I usually use this off-road, you're not technically supposed to have this on road, so like I said, usually if I'm on the beach or something like that and run a flag, I'll run that. So these are, as I said, basic say upgrades if I change the tire cover or whatever, and I'll let you guys know. And yeah, any just let me know comments or questions. Try to help you out. But like I said, the radio install was definitely one of the hardest ones. Did even a little couple cuts from getting that underneath there. But yeah, it was. I think it's worth it. The GMRS is not widely used, but it would have been useful on a couple of the trips to up New Hampshire and stuff, and actually hopefully planning to get up there soon, do a couple of trails, so it'd be great for that. All right, and hope you guys liked the video, and let me know if it said anything you need to know. All right, take care.